Coming up, there's many road breaks across Perry County after the recent rain. This one closed Kentucky 267 indefinitely.
Rain chances for now, snow chances for later. We'll break down the details now at 5:30.
Dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Numerous roads throughout our region are in pretty rough shape following the recent heavy rain and flooding. From breaks to slides, many areas have been reduced to one lane and others closed completely. WYMT's Connor James spent the day checking out several roads in Perry County. He joins us now from the newsroom with more. Connor?
Steve, we've seen a lot of these little breaks and cracks become huge problems after this recent heavy rain. I mean, just take a look. These are some photos of Kentucky 267 near the Nice community of Perry County. This road is closed indefinitely. The road is sinking in and collapsing, and we have no idea when it will reopen. There are multiple other areas in the county as well. People living on Sam Campbell Branch say they are having plenty of issues too.
Well, they had already come up with marking some out of used tires in some different places in the county, so I just used what I had and marked these.
Now, Steve, one of the routes collapsing on Sam Campbell Branch is the only way in and out to multiple family cemeteries. Crews have their hands full maintaining many of these road problems across the region.
Connor, thank you, and I know you'll have more at 6. Well, for the foreseeable future, US 23 will remain down to one lane both ways. Northbound lanes were closed this past weekend. That's because a mudslide is threatening the roadway. Crews became concerned about the slide on top of the hill Sunday. Currently, the southbound lanes are used for one lane in each direction. Crews are still trying to figure out a way to safely remove the slide from above the road.
Well, today's been a mixed bag of weather. Colder temperatures with cloudy skies to the north, down to the south. Not as much cloud cover, but you deal with temperatures in the upper 50s to even 60 at this time. Take a look at some of the cameras. You'll notice a few breaks in the clouds even over there at the University of Virginia. And right now, a cooler spot, 42 degrees in Jackson with the dew point in those 30s. Notice the 30s to the north, the 50s down to the south, and the rain is slowly working in with scattered chances throughout tonight at 40%. We'll keep our eye on that, and Steve, a few people could even see a few showers for their Friday. We'll break down that forecast coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Historic flooding has left thousands of people trapped in parts of Northern California. Officials say the Russian River topped 46 feet, sending floodwaters into 2 resort towns in Sonoma County. Homes and businesses are taking on water and cars are submerged. Officials evacuated a 25-mile stretch along the river. People there say they have not seen it this bad in nearly 2 decades.
Normally we park right here.
This is where you park?
Yeah, it's a road.
Even more rain is expected later this week. Local officials are urging the governor of California to declare a state of emergency. In Boyd County, an investigation of the jail has declared that conditions are unconstitutional. The investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice began back in November of 2016. The department's Civil Rights Division says the Boyd County Detention Center's conditions violate several amendment rights. They said that the jail subjected prisoners to excess force through the use of chemical agents, electronic control devices, and restraint chairs. Officials also believe the jail violated prisoners' rights to bodily privacy. An abortion-related bill is moving forward in Frankfort. It would threaten doctors with prison time if they don't try to save the life of an infant born alive during an abortion. The law would also apply to nurses and other health care providers. Senator Whitney Westerfield is sponsoring the bill. He says he doesn't know if infants have been born alive in Kentucky during failed abortions, but he's heard of it happening in other states. We have a big announcement to tell you about involving our station and our parent company, Gray Television. Decisions in Washington, D.C. impact us all, and we are taking steps to provide you with more in-depth coverage. Former cable news anchor Greta Van Susteren has joined WYMT and Gray Television as our chief national political analyst. Lee Zurich of our national investigative team has more on her new role.
When people meet you in person for the first time, what do they most frequently say?
You're so short.
Do they really? That's
Absolutely. That's the first thing I hear is I'm so short, and so I just sort of stand there because I don't know what to say.
For more than 20 years, Greta Van Susteren had plenty to say, asking tough questions on CNN.
Now for the question everybody wants answered.
Fox News.
What are you waiting for? I mean, that's what I understand.
And MSNBC.
Why are so many people complaining about their premiums skyrocketing?
They aren't.
You don't think people are seeing skyrocketing? They're just sending me emails and lying to me.
Completing a cable television trifecta. Van Susteren will now turn her attention to local television, providing Gray's 93 markets with expert and unbiased political coverage and analysis. Gray chairman and CEO Hilton Howell says our stations and our viewers will benefit from Greta's no-nonsense, straightforward approach to complex political issues.
One thing I like about Gray is that Gray doesn't tell people what to think. Gray goes out and gets the news for the viewers and lets them think and lets viewers know that they're smart, they can make up their own mind. Gray has robust debate, but Gray doesn't fight and doesn't act like, what we're seeing now more often on cable news.
Van Susteren has an active social media account. Her 1.2 million Twitter followers include Donald Trump and Senator Lindsey Graham on the right, Senators Amy Klobuchar and Cory Booker on the left. A vast Rolodex filled with decision makers all over the world.
One of the advantages of being in the business for a long time is you got a lot of contacts. I got a lot of people, I got their cell phone numbers. So I hope to get guests that will help, raise the profile on stories that matter to the people across the Gray platform.
For Greta Van Susteren, these pictures help tell her story. From world leaders to our nation's presidents, she's interviewed them all, and they keep coming back. A sign the 5'3" award-winning journalist is fulfilling her mission to be unbiased, fair, and factual.
The Constitution protects only one occupation, and that's specifically, and that's freedom of the press. And with that freedom of the press, I think, comes a huge moral obligation of us to be fair. And to be fair, we've got to work from facts. We can't make them up. They can't be what you want them to be, or what your friend wants them to be, or what your party wants them to be.
Definitely looking forward to having her on board. Well, Senator Mitch McConnell hopes to push through President Trump's pick for the next UN ambassador. We told you last week the president nominated Canadian Ambassador Kelly Knight Craft. Senator McConnell says he's proud the nominee is a Kentuckian.
And I've known her for years, active in civic matters. She's on the board of the University, she was on the board of the University of Kentucky trustees, an alma mater we both went to, and I think she's got all the skills you need for this kind of sensitive diplomatic post.
Craft is the wife of Hazard native and coal industry leader Joe Craft. A bill to give the FBI more time to do gun background checks has passed the House. The bill stems from the 2015 shooting at a South Carolina church. 9 people died. A faulty background check allowed the shooter to buy a gun after the 3-day review period expired. The bill that passed today would extend the background check review period to 10 days. The bills, however, are expected to languish in the Republican-controlled Senate. The White House has also threatened a veto. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, the past meets the present in Middlesboro today as relatives of the town's founder come in for a visit.
And multiple systems will bring rain chances over the next few days. Those details are coming up.
And Martha Stewart joins a new industry. Find out what it is in our Money Watch report.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts.
Visit BaptistHealthTalks.com to view a video of Dr. Melissa Haddix on emergency room priority care. Baptist Health Corbin. Be a healthier you.
We all want more for less, and Spectrum delivers. Spectrum TV has tons of HD, thousands of titles free on demand. Plus, your favorite sports channels are included. DirecTV Select doesn't include ESPN. And you have to get a Cinema Connection kit just to watch on demand. Plus, that ugly dish on your roof. Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Call 833-231-8998. Spectrum Internet delivers starting speeds of 100 megabits. That's twice as fast as AT&T. For more of this, and that on all your devices all at once. Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Call 833-231-8998. Best of all, with Spectrum, there are no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Don't wait. Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Plus, ask how you could save up to 40% on your wireless bill with Spectrum Mobile. Call 833-231-8998.
You put in the work. You put in the hours. What you ask for from your government is a level playing field, a fair shake. Philip Wheeler is fighting for a fresh start for working families. He's pro-President Trump and pro-worker. Wheeler wants to create and grow better jobs